Second Caliph Hazrat Umar's trusted city administrator Al-Shifa bint Abdullah. The early Islamic state was more than just a religious community, it was a well-organized system of government. Its rules and institutions were built on strong moral values, a sense of shared responsibility, and accountability to the public. One of its key institutions was called Hisbah. Under this system, Caliph Umar ibn al-Khattab, may Allah be pleased with him, appointed Al-Shifa bint Abdullah al-Adawiyyah, may Allah be pleased with her, to oversee public affairs in Medina. Her role gives us a rare but powerful look into how early Islamic leaders thought about government and how one of Islam's greatest rulers put those ideas into practice. Al-Shifa was an honored companion of Prophet Muhammad, a Sahabia, and an educated woman of his time. So, Hazrat Umar entrusted him with the responsibility of administration of his main city, Medina. What was Hisbah? Hisbah was an institution meant to protect public morality, ensure fair trade, and promote justice in daily life. The official in charge, called the mutasib, made sure people traded honestly, prices were fair, weights and measures were accurate, and public behavior didn't harm society. Hisbah wasn't a police force or a court. Instead, it worked to prevent problems before they happened. It was based on the Quranic idea of encouraging good and stopping wrong. Unlike many modern governments that separate ethics from administration, Hisbah treated them as one. Trade rules, city cleanliness, consumer safety, and moral conduct were all part of the same public duty. This required leaders who were smart, trustworthy, strong, and respected by the community. Al-Shifa bint Abdullah, a trusted leader. Al-Shifa bint Abdullah, may Allah be pleased with her, was one of the earliest Muslim women, and among the few who could read and write at a time when literacy was rare. Caliph Umar appointed her as the market supervisor in Medina, placing her directly within the Hisbah system. Her job included watching over business practices, stopping cheating, settling small disputes, and making sure people behaved ethically in public. This wasn't just a ceremonial role, it was real, official, and carried real authority. Her appointment shows that early Islamic leadership cared more about ability than tradition. Gender wasn't seen as a barrier when the public good needed capable people. In Hisbah, respect came from moral strength, and skill, and Al-Shifa had both. How this compares to modern city government today. Cities use many separate departments to handle things like food safety, price controls, trade licenses, and public behavior. Al-Shifa's role was more like combining all those jobs into one: a city inspector, consumer watchdog, and ethics officer rolled into a single position. But there's an important difference. Modern city governance tends to focus on rules and procedures, while Hisbah focused on ethics and prevention. The mutasib didn't wait for problems to turn into crimes. Instead, they stepped in early, corrected behavior gently, and worked closely with the community. And because they answered directly to the ruler and, ultimately, to God, they took their duties very seriously. Al-Shifa, therefore, was an early example of public service, where doing the right thing and doing the job well were one and the same. Caliph Umar's approach to leadership. To understand why Al-Shifa was given such an important role, we must look at how Caliph Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, governed. During his rule, 634 to 644 CE, the Islamic State became more organized, with clear laws and systems. Umar lived simply. He wore patched clothes, took only a small salary from public funds, and lived like an ordinary citizen. He believed leaders should live humbly, not in luxury. This gave him strong moral authority. He built strong institutions. He divided the growing state into provinces, appointed governors with clear duties, created official records for soldiers and salaries, and set up the public treasury bait. But he also insisted on strict accountability. Governors had to report their personal wealth, and anyone could complain about them. Umar listened to every concern. Justice was the foundation of his rule. He once said that if a mule tripped on a road in Iraq, he feared Allah would hold him responsible for not fixing it. This wasn't just dramatic talk, it showed how deeply he felt his duty to care for every detail of public life. Leadership based on wisdom, merit, and responsibility. Umar always consulted others, whether senior companions, scholars, or regular citizens, before making decisions. He welcomed criticism and wasn't afraid to admit mistakes in public. His government was open, fair, and quick to respond. He chose officials based only on their honesty and ability, not their family name, wealth, or tribe. That's why he appointed Al-Shifa. He saw her talent and trusted her with real power in the heart of the capital. He also kept different powers separate. Judges were independent, administrators were watched closely, and public money was carefully protected. These ideas would only become common in political systems many centuries later. A model of good government, Umar's rule combined strong morals, efficient administration, and deep concern for justice. It wasn't harsh or disorderly, was firm but kind. Under his leadership, Hisbah made sure that business and growth didn't come at the cost of fairness or integrity. Al-Shifa bint Abdullah, may Allah be pleased with her, stands as proof that early Islamic government was practical, inclusive, and wise. Her role wasn't just a rare exception, it reflected a system that valued skill, honesty, and service above all else. In the end, the story of Al-Shifa and Caliph Umar offers us a powerful example that good government can be ethical, accountable, fair, and kind without losing its strength or order. Their legacy still speaks to us today, as we search for better ways to lead and serve the public.